So we've just uncovered the first major theory against the tomato-cucumber combo, the digestive traffic jam, where the fast-digesting cucumber gets stuck behind the slow-digesting tomato, potentially leading to fermentation and bloating. It's a compelling idea, especially for those with sensitive systems. But the arguments don't stop there. The next reason takes us out of the stomach and into the microscopic world of nutrients and enzymes. This brings us to reason number 2, the case of the vitamin thief. This theory sounds like something out of a nutritional spy movie. The claim is that one of these vegetables is actively sabotaging the other, stealing its health benefits before your body even gets a chance to absorb them. The hero of this story is the tomato, which is packed with one of the most celebrated antioxidants, vitamin C. Vitamin C is crucial for your immune system, skin health, and protecting your cells from damage. The villain in this scenario is an enzyme found in cucumber called ascorbinase, also known as ascorbic acid oxidase. Here's how the theory goes. When you slice or crush a cucumber, you break open its cell walls and release this ascorbinase enzyme. If that cucumber is then mixed with a vitamin C-rich food, like a tomato, the enzyme gets to work. Its sole function is to oxidize or break down ascorbic acid. In other words, the enzyme from the cucumber allegedly attacks and destroys the vitamin C in the tomato, rendering it useless. So, while you think you're eating a vitamin-rich salad, you're actually consuming a nutritionally compromised version, with a significant portion of the valuable vitamin C neutralized before it ever reaches your bloodstream. It's a frustrating thought, the idea that you're putting in the effort to eat healthy, only to have your food cancel itself out in the bowl. Now, this claim is particularly interesting because, unlike some food combining theories, it is based on a real, verifiable chemical process. The ascorbinase enzyme is real. It does exist in cucumbers and other members of the gourd family, like zucchini and melons. And its function really is to break down vitamin C. However, before you banish cucumbers from your kitchen forever, the scientific context is absolutely critical. The real-world impact of this enzyme is often greatly exaggerated. Firstly, ascorbinase is highly sensitive to acidity. It functions best in a neutral pH environment. Most salad dressings contain acidic ingredients like vinegar or lemon juice. This acidity significantly inhibits the enzyme's activity, essentially deactivating the vitamin thief and protecting most of the vitamin C. So if you're dressing your salad, you're already fighting back. Secondly, the degradation doesn't happen instantaneously. It takes time. If you prepare and eat your salad fresh, you will still absorb plenty of vitamin C. The longer the salad sits, the more potential degradation can occur, but it's rarely a total loss. So while the chemistry is real, its practical effect in a freshly made, properly dressed salad is likely minimal. It's a fascinating piece of food science, but probably not a reason to panic. This leads us to our third theory, which brings us back to the stomach and focuses on a supposed chemical clash. Reason number 3, the pH power struggle. This theory centers on the concept of acidity and alkalinity. Tomatoes are known to be an acidic food. Cucumbers, on the other hand, are highly alkaline forming and have a very high water content. The argument here is that mixing these two extremes creates a confusing environment for your stomach, disrupting its natural digestive process. The theory suggests that your stomach needs to maintain a very specific, highly acidic pH to effectively break down food, especially proteins. When you introduce a very watery and alkaline-forming food like cucumber alongside a very acidic food like tomato, it supposedly dilutes the stomach's digestive juices. This forces the stomach to work overtime, pumping out even more hydrochloric acid to get the environment back to the optimal level for digestion. This extra work and the fluctuating pH levels are said to lead to digestive distress, indigestion, and can even aggravate acid reflux in susceptible individuals. It's presented as a kind of chemical tug-of-war that puts unnecessary strain on your digestive system. Once again, we need to bring this theory into the lab and see how it holds up against our modern understanding of human physiology. And frankly, from a mainstream scientific perspective, this one doesn't hold much water. The human stomach is an absolute master of pH regulation. It is one of the most acidic environments imaginable, with a pH that can be as low as 1.5. The small amount of water from a cucumber in a salad is like adding a single drop of fresh water to a bucket of seawater. Its effect on the overall pH is negligible. Your stomach will secrete the acid it needs to digest the meal, regardless. Furthermore, the very concept of acidic versus alkaline foods is often misunderstood. This classification doesn't refer to the food's pH before you eat it, but rather the pH of the ash it leaves behind in your body after it has been metabolized. It's about the food's effect on your body's overall pH balance, not its direct effect inside the highly acidic environment of the stomach. Therefore, the idea of a pH clash happening inside the stomach itself is not supported by science. So we've explored the digestive traffic jam theory, the case of the vitamin-stealing enzyme, and the supposed pH clash in the stomach. These arguments are rooted in some fascinating principles of food combination and chemistry. But there's one more perspective we need to consider, one that comes from one of the world's oldest systems of holistic medicine. This final reason moves beyond simple mechanics and chemistry and into the realm of a food's energetic properties. Why does Ayurvedic medicine consider this common combo a problematic pairing that can create imbalance in the body? We'll explore that ancient wisdom and then tie everything together to give you a clear verdict in our final part.